two days ago, and hey, whoa, welcome to Dumb Investing. I'm Lloyd.
I'm Harry.
And it's about to get dumb up in here. In fact, it's going to get so dumb up in here. We got so much new stuff to talk about. It's just crazy. So, normally, we're two 9-to-5 fellas. You guys know us. You know we get home from work, and we would normally roll some random dice, check out some random stocks, and pick one of those random stocks and go buy that random stock the next day with some of our retirement money, right? That's what we normally would do. And that's what our daily show.
Not today.
But not today. How come? Why are we stopping right now, Harry?
Well, we've got a bit of breaking news, but the main reason that we're adjusting the daily show is we're really just out of cash.
We're dead ass broke. So we have told everybody we are going to be full transparency, and this is one of those things that sometimes you run into when you're investing. We kind of thought we would load up our portfolio and then start doing some trades and keep rocking and rolling this. So we thought we'd get to, when we finally ran out of our seed money, that we would sell a stock and buy a stock the same day. And hopefully, let's say we made 3% on the stock we sold. We then bought, our new stock. We did that every single day, and the channel would grow and stuff like that. Well, the market is kind of throwing a little wrench into that right now.
And there's another reason as well.
And there is another reason, but that's the first one. And let me expand on that a little bit. I also had a little talk. See, there are some consequences that occur when you sell your stock. Now, to make sure we're all on the same page here, when you buy stock, you're making an investment. You are hoping your money's going to grow. And where I live, in the good old America, when you sell that stock, you have to pay some taxes on the profit. So that's one thing, and we had considered that. We knew we were going to have to pay some taxes, and the cool thing about the taxes is they only tax you on the profit. So we knew, okay, let's say we're turning something simple, like $10 a week in profit, and we're going to have to pay whatever 20% on that. Okay, we can figure that all out. Now, the second part of the news that we got is when I was talking to my CPA, and we were talking about the show, and he watched the show, and he had some very constructive criticism about the way we were doing things. And basically, he reminded me that every time I sell a stock, because I have to hire him to do my books, because I have a business aside from this, and it all wraps up together into a big S show. It's just, you have... In my world, I have to have a CPA that does my taxes, right? And so he reminded me, hey, all of this goes into that bill that I'm going to send you. And it's going to cost you basically like $2 every time you do a trade, because I have to log all that shit at the end of the year. And so looking at the growth that we were having with our stocks, and, some of it's going to, let's say 20% is going out for taxes. Then we had 80% left. 80% of $10 is $8. And then he's going to charge us $2 to do. So things got complicated real fast. So we're not going away by any means. We love the Daily Show. We love what we do here. We know that you guys are liking it too. And we appreciate all the support we've had. Daily Show is going to kind of go on hiatus for a little bit.
No, we're just going to modify it.
Modify it. Oh, I like that. Yeah, you're right. It's not going to go away. We're still going to come and talk every day for sure. We're just not going
to pick stocks every day. So we'll go in, we'll jump into the portfolio, we'll check the winners, check the losers, and then once we start getting some profits and this whole sell-off that's happening in the market starts to turn around for us, and we start seeing some greens, then we may take some profits and buy some other stocks. But right now, it's just not worth it with the high volume of traffic that we're putting into buying and selling stocks right now. We just didn't think it was viable to do it every single day. So we may slow it down substantially. We may just wait, but we'll still do that little bit of a reveal, the portfolio reveal every day. And then we're going to talk about some new and exciting things that Harry and Lloyd have going on in their lives.
And we're going to give a sneak peek of that right now, right?
Yeah, this is the breaking news part.
This is the breaking news part. All right. So breaking news. We are going to start a second set of playlists that deal with real estate. Both Harry and myself are making some major changes in our personal lives. I'll go first. So you've heard us talk about it a little bit, but we are doing some major renovations on the current Picker property here. And we started in December putting in a pool. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to record some videos, let you guys know kind of where we're at and what I've learned along the way. It was one of those things I had promised my wife the pool 10 years ago. And financially, we've been through a couple of different houses here. We never really had the right house to put in a pool. It was one of those things where she followed me down here to this hellhole. And the agreement was if we're going to really live down there, I need a pool. So we're finally putting in the Picker pool.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
that's going to be great.
I'll walk through some of that stuff because, man,
I'm super excited to see the dolphins that you put in the pool. They swim. Yeah, those are going to be really cool when you go and pick out your dolphins.
Well, I guarantee you, I think a pool is much like sausage. I don't think you ever want to see how they're made. I think you just want to enjoy them.
I want to see how yours is made.
And, I wish I would have documented it more because there were eye-opening moments where I'm just like, no freaking way did that just happen. Because I would leave for work, right? And the backyard would look one way and I would come home and I'm just like, what just happened? I mean, it's unbelievable. It's just...
Where'd my backyard go?
Oh, wait till you guys see the pictures because it's going to be awesome. It will be an awesome little addition to this. Now, we know that this may not interest everybody, but it is part of investing is, trying to improve, where you're at and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Now, yeah. So the second thing that's going on in the Picker household is we have started down the track of looking for a rental house. We have been without a rental for a couple of years, and we have decided that it is time to get back into that. And so we have started that, and we will have a whole video series about that because we are just starting. I mean, it'll be awesome when I give you guys the updates. You guys will learn, exactly where we are. And again, I'm going to do full transparency. You guys will get to see the houses I'm looking at, which one we make our decision on, how much we rent it for, how we go about finding our tenants. We will talk about all those things. Every time we have a milestone, we'll get on here and we'll talk about it. So, Mr. Ticker, what's going on in your household?
Well, that sounds like an awesome, a lot of fun over in your neck of the woods. And over in the Ticker household, there's very much a lot of the same thing going on. So we are developing our basement. So much the same. I wish I had a few more video recordings of, kind of the stages that we went through, but I do have some pictures of along the way so we can start sharing those. And then right now we're the stage that we're in the drywall stage. So they actually drywalled yesterday. And then guys came in and do some mudding and taping today. So did some videos of that to kind of see how things progressed. And we're going full bore with that rent. Well, I don't even know if it's a renovation. I guess it's really just a development. We're developing the basement. And going along with that as well, the Ticker household is also trying to find some rental properties. So we are a little bit further along than the Picker household. We went a few months back and we got a home equity line of credit with the intentions of trying to find renovation properties or potentially a rental property, depending on the costs and everything. So right now we're kind of in the final stages of choosing a house here. I've got some super exciting videos that looking forward to sharing here once we officially close. If we close.
I can't wait. This is awesome.
And it's going to be awesome. So if it all works out, we're going to do some renovations to that property. I'm going to take you guys on that journey because I'm going to do a lot of the work myself.
Yeah. That is awesome. We're going down two totally different paths. This is going to be so great.
Yeah, it's going to be great. So we can go through the trials and tribulations of the stuff doing yourself. I do have to tell you guys, though, it is so nice to hire people when you can. They are so much better and so much faster. But if there's something like flooring, I've done, I don't know, half a dozen floors in my various households over the years. I can handle that stuff. But when it comes to drywall, hire professionals to do that.
Now help all of us understand when you talk about flooring. Like, do you put down carpet? Do you put down linoleum? Do you put down hardwood? What flooring? All of the above?
Yeah. So for me, I mean,
you've done your own carpet.
I have not done carpet. No.
Okay. Because man, I wouldn't know the first thing about
carpet. No, I typically will hire out carpet, but for vinyl and laminate, I've done plenty of vinyl and laminate. I mean, they're the same kind of thing, right? They're interlocking panels, and once you got the straight line going, you just bingo bango, chop them up and make them all fit, right? So everything, in that regards is, it looks great. It's resilient. Laminate, vinyl's the thing right now. Everybody wants vinyl, at least up in our area. You get a premium dollar for it. So it's definitely worth the exercise to do it. If you can do it yourself, great. If you don't want to and you want to pay somebody, I don't think you can go wrong putting in vinyl at this point anyway. So, and then certainly the demo side of things too, I'm going to tackle that. So we'll figure out how all that goes. It's going to be a great time.
Man, that is going to be awesome. So the pickers, this is going to be awesome because you guys will get to see two different sides of this. I'm going for a house that is a year old or less because I want no maintenance, no nothing. I want turnkey, put somebody in there for 5 years. I ain't going to worry about it. And we'll see what happens because my thinking is, hopefully I won't have to worry about a roof, but where I live, we get gnarly hailstorms. We just have one come
us too.
A mile south of us. So, we'll see about that. But, I'm hoping to have a turnkey solution that, for at least 5 years, I don't even have to think about it. I just have to get people in there and keep it for, so that, so this should be a lot of fun. Hopefully this you guys will find it somewhat entertaining and very knowledgeable. I know when I did my first rental, it was such a nightmare. I remember going to the library at night and reading books in the library until they'd kick you out and shut off the lights because there was nothing else, and I met some landlords. I learned from them, the trials and tribulations. Luckily I had this awesome dude named Rick H. And he worked for me and he had 9 rental houses.
Wow.
And it took a couple of months until he kind of let me in on that. And it was really funny because I said, well, why are you working, dude? 9 rental houses has got to be. He goes, oh yeah, it keeps me busy. We were working a job where we had 3 days off and 4 days off, right? And he said, oh yeah, it keeps me totally busy, and I need this to help pay some of the taxes because he was upside down on like 4 of his properties. Mm-hmm. So I learned all about how he got upside down, why, and stuff like that. This dude was crazy. He had a cul-de-sac. And he had bought one house on the cul-de-sac, and then he bought another one, and he kept buying. So he owned a street. It was his street. I know. Is that the craziest thing ever?
That'd be like a dream come true.
Yeah. Well, that was his thing.
Really awesome.
Yeah, he was like 2 houses away from. He says, "Hey, when I finish out the street, I'm done." I was like,
"Get to rename it at that point."
I'm sure you could petition the city, right? But I don't know that there was some vacancies on purpose in order to buy other properties and stuff like that. So I heard some stories.
Well, it's interesting, right? Like this, going through this process, whether it's your first house or whether it's a rental, it's fairly overwhelming unless you're surrounded by a lot of really good people, like your real estate representatives. I mean, shout out to my real estate team. I've known them for a long time, and really they're the ones that provide us with all the value, right? To be able to find the deals that make it all worthwhile. So I think that's probably the very first thing. Well, after making sure that you're qualified to buy something, number 2 would be definitely befriend your realtor, because you need to be the first call they make when they find the right deal.
Yeah. And we'll go into this a little bit deeper when we start the series. We'll start the series in a day or two, maybe tomorrow. You want to go check out the portfolio and see how horrible it was?
Yeah,
And
let's do that.
For anybody watching, please leave us a comment, man. We would love to hear from you guys. If you've got ideas for us, if you've got to, oh my gosh, that is a lot of red this time. Holy cow.
Yeah, that one's beer worthy tonight.
Ugh, man, I did not bring a beer with me tonight. Whew. Well, but we knew going into this that we were not playing a daily game. I mean, I did think we would have more green than red. but the market is not following any type of normal rules right now. I mean, there are so many disruptions in the market, and part of it is we're learning how the market reacts. We're learning how the market sways right now, because it's definitely being pumped full. Chuck full of Federal Reserve money right now that has not happened. It hasn't happened in the past up until, when did that QE start? In 2009. So since 2009, the market has been substantially changed from post 2009.
Yeah, and it's really interesting. I mean, we've seen a lot of great earnings this week through a lot of the tech stocks, and through this past week or the last week as well. And what really is unusual is that great earnings and beating expectations are not moving the needle for these stocks anymore. So if you miss earnings right now or expectations, they are getting crushed on the stocks. And even if you're exceeding expectations, you're probably down from last week, because there's a huge market sell-off today.
Huge.
So, over the past few days, I've heard a lot of the funds are pulling out a lot of money right now, and also it's come to be tax time too, right? So there's a lot of people pulling out money to pay off taxes. So there's an old saying that says, "Sell in May and go away." And I think that's really good for traditional investors, maybe the funds, but we as retail investors, this is when we need to be buying. We need to make sure that we're holding and buying as all of these dips happen. So we get our stocks a little bit cheaper, and then hopefully through June, July, August, I'm not expecting too many great things in June, July, August either. But if we can stay flat from here, hopefully the end of the year is really going to be where we see some gains.
Yeah, I really think we're going to see some moderation come in the fall, and things start to get back to normal. And I think it's going to run. I think people, there's especially the last year with the pandemic, there's just so many different things to value differently than you ever have. It's just crazy. So it is what it is. There is a lot of red, but I'm not stressed. I'm not worried. I'm not losing sleep about it. My personal account, I did not have any green today. Not a one. No, Dogecoin was green today.
Oh, right.
That's the only one. And it doesn't appear in my stocks. It appears lower. But yeah, Dogecoin.
What a wild ride for that cryptocurrency, hey? Holy moly.
Dude, we don't even want to go down that street. We still have to do our homework on our NFTs so that we can have a couple of videos about NFTs, because, man, I got to learn about them. I can't just be a hater. I want to be a hater so bad.
For sure. So in our analysis here tonight, we have our friends at Socket Mobile and BurgerFi leading the charge on the way down.
So that BurgerFi, I'm telling you, BurgerFi is going to turn around. They have made major changes to their board. Just today, they hired a senior marketing dude. These guys are going to put those pieces together, and BurgerFi is going to rock it. They just won some award too. I can't remember what it was, but something for like the tastiest burger. So
well, that'd be good.
Well, I told you it tasted good. There were just some other things I wish they would have worked on. And I'm going to go back. I told you the story that it's the millennial haven, right?
I don't think so.
Okay, so one of my colleagues was at home talking with her millennial daughter, millennial son-in-law and their millennial friends. And when she talked about this channel and how I snuck them into BurgerFi, and I was asking all the questions, every single one of them knew what BurgerFi was. It's like, we can't believe you haven't been there. That place is awesome. We love that place. And she comes back. She was just like, so we're just not hip. That's our problem. And I was like, really? She's like, look, Picker, we're just not part of the in crowd. And it was like, wow.
Yeah. Maybe it's just a matter of time. COVID stuff ends, restaurants open up. I mean, up here in Canada, we're basically locked down and we can't leave our houses now at this point. But hopefully you guys down there are heading out to BurgerFi.
Dude, we are partying down here. It is awesome.
Oh, man. I tell you.
Especially in this state. This state is awesomer than the others. That's just how it is.
Totally.
My state says it's the greatest country in the world, so you got
I think my province feels that way too, but I'm not so sure. We're winning that battle.
All right.
For the gainers today, we had our our industrials bull. That was up again today, like it was yesterday, and Key Corp was up again today.
Oh, good deal. And it is refreshing to see. We've got a third are green. I mean, that's on a poopy day like it was today. To have a third green feels pretty good.
Totally. Our wallet, on the other hand, doesn't feel that good. We did end up popping down $45 today. So.
Wow. It's all going to come back though.
But it was only 1.5%. I mean, geez, I was down way more than that in my personal stuff today.
Yeah, my personal stuff. Yeah, and
I would have gladly taken 1.5%.
Yeah, my big one is tech heavy in it. Whew. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you.
But I'm still feeling good. I'm still feeling, like this market. This is long-term play. The market is it's gonna shake and rattle and roll a little bit, and we're just gonna roll with it. I am a little bummed that we're not gonna buy a stock every day because that was truly a ton of fun. And
who knows? We'll get there, but we're gonna have a whole lot of fun doing this new stuff too. And we're gonna be on the same channel. We're just gonna it's just gonna be a different section on our channel. So
yeah, it'll be awesome.
It'll be totally great. It's I'm looking forward to it. Documenting everything that's going on, the trials, the issues along the way, dealing with contractors, all this kind of stuff, timing issues. And
one of our viewers, because we've got a whole bunch now, right? Maybe one of our viewers knows the couple that's being divorced up in Seattle area, and maybe they could sprinkle some seed money over towards dumb investing. Oh.
I think that might be a stretch, but we can always see what Melinda's doing, I guess.
If you don't put a line in the water, you ain't going to catch nothing.
There's a lot of truth to that, isn't there?
So blow up that comment section. Oh, all right. So that was a lot of stuff to digest. The Daily Show not being able to buy stock for a while, kind of. That hurts because we really were wanting to teach people about the market, and
we're still going to be teaching them because we're going to teach them about patience, right? And you can't always, you're not always going to win, right? So sometimes you have to sit back, you have to digest, and you have to just wait. And patience is a virtue, as they say.
Absolutely. But man, the new stuff is going to be gnarly. It's going to be so awesome.
Yeah.
And it's amazing that you and I arrived at the same point, kind of at the same time. It's just crazy. And it's going to make good content. We're not a millionaire going out buying $1 million house. We're two working stiffs that have to go qualify for the loans. And I'll tell you guys all about it. When I start doing my spiel, I'll tell you, like Harry talked about, having good people and having those talks and all that kind of jazz. So we'll do a shout out to some people, and it's going to be awesome. But we do want to say thank you to everybody that has joined us so far. We hope we don't lose anybody because we're not buying stocks every morning. If we do, we totally understand it. Leave us a comment. We would love to hear from you guys if we broke some
No, we're
hearts.
going to teach you about real estate and investing. It's still
It is.
investing.
We are still going to have some fun.
Obviously, the dumb investing part is a play on words. We're here to try and make good decisions, right? The actual investing of how we were doing it, maybe it's a little silly, but we really enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun. And certainly with the real estate side of things, I think we're going to see a little bit of a transition into smart investing.
Well, of course. I mean, we are going to talk about the things like I've had, I don't know how many rental houses in my past. I've had a lot. And so I've learned some stuff, not only from, other people, I've learned it personally. Like I had one rental house that had a tenant that wouldn't pay rent and wouldn't leave for a long time. And how do you plan on stuff like that? And, how do you deal with it? Because that could happen to all of us. And I'll walk you all through. We'll have good story times. We'll talk about that. Man, I wish I could throw some people's names out there too, because I'd like to burn those people still.
Okay, well, let's not put those people's names out there on the internet.
No, I won't do that. I want to.
But our friends and our helpers
poking me really hard. But we will definitely shout out to the people that help us because, man, they're awesome people. I know, you were talking about your team. My team is awesome. And moving like I did, I moved halfway across the nation. And I left a awesome team. And I'll have a whole story about that. I'll tell you about how I met that guy because it was awesome. I mean, that is, I have so many cool stories. I can't wait to tell stories because I've learned so much, dude. I've made so many mistakes in my life. I've done so many things wrong. And it's
that's
just
what we're here for. We got to help the people. We're here to help the people. And so we're going to show you that, and we're going to make mistakes too. Yeah, and we're still going to make mistakes along the way too. And you guys will be on there. And we're going to say, "Hey, we did this, and you're going to be on your computer watching us, or you're on your phone watching us. You'll be like, "No, you idiots! Don't do it that way. That's dumb." And but we're going to do it, and it already happened. We're going to talk about it. And we'll figure it out, and then we'll learn the lessons, and then you guys can comment and see, guys, and then all the comments, you guys can blow us up in the comments. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
And I can't wait for 10 years for some of you guys to say, "Man, I watched your show. I didn't do diddly squat for 4 years, and I finally got a rental. And dude, it's awesome. I'm putting my kid through college now." Right? It's gonna be awesome. Totally. All right. Woo! What a day! What a day!
Yeah,
this was hard for me. I took this kind of personal. This was really hard because I felt like I'm letting a lot of people down.
Oh, it's gonna be great. We're gonna have this little bit with it, and we're gonna be helping out so many more people.
Yeah, this will be fun. So with that, well, I can't even tell you not to trade like that guy anymore because we're not even trading like that guy. But yeah, don't trade like that guy. I mean, Oh no!
Time's up again.
Time is up.
Man, oh man.
That's awesome.
God, maybe I shouldn't invest in property and invest in a new camera.
Man. No, your camera's nice, dude. You have good pictures.
Yeah, except it turns off in 30 minutes.
That's weird, though.
Yeah, can't do anything about it.
Nope.
New camera. One day.
All right, everybody.
Folks.
Have a great night.
Don't trade like that guy, even though we're not trading today.
Dude, especially on my personal side.
Yeah.
Woo.
Tune in. Lots of exciting stuff coming your way. So it's going to be fantastic. Guaranteed.
Yes, sir. Good night, everybody.